Hi, LonelySickozz here. Today's story is regarding my first crush. I had my first crush when I was in junior high. I was on the last year of junior high. I was a weird, awkward girl. I really didn't have friends. I was I was the quiet, smart girl. Um, it's not like I was super smart. I liked keeping myself in like the neutral, um, just being in between, not doing better of what was expected of me because then I had to do extra work, and not being too low to like get my parents or someone else involved. So I always just kept it on the neutral. But I think everybody in my class knew that I was smart, and I would just like, I don't know, I was out of it. So I really didn't have any friends. I don't know, I just kept my distance from everyone, like I didn't fit in. I had this huge crush on this boy, we'll call him Tommy. And Tommy Tommy looked like he was going through some tough stuff too. And my mechanism of defense was to not talk to anyone, to just be to myself. And he was more of like that class clown, right? He just, you could tell he was in pain, but he made everybody else so happy. And I just really liked him. Not so much for his appearance, like he was a popular guy and a lot of girls did like him, but it wasn't because of that. It was basically because of his personality, the way he would talk, speak, everything about him made me happy. So it, you can imagine my embarrassment when everybody, during the 3 years that I was in junior high, everybody knew I was so madly in love with him. I don't know if love is the correct word, but he was my crush. So I just really liked this kid a lot. And he knew. Everybody in the class knew. So it was like a huge joke to say stuff to me about it. Like I would read out loud and somebody would be like, "Ee, like woo. She likes Tommy, right?" It was I don't think that's like bullying, but fuck, it should be, right? And I would just get so embarrassed and I couldn't even talk. I would just lose my train of thought and I would just go completely red and just sit back down on my desk. I I have no idea, but he was a complete jerk to me. I Even though I had never confessed my love, it was the last year of junior high and I think everybody was expecting it. So Valentine's Day came on the last year and I thought about buying him some chocolates, right? Or giving him something. And finally saying like, "Hey, I've always had a crush on you and I would like to know if we can continue seeing each other finishing junior high. Like if he goes to another high school or I go to a different one, well, we can still stay in contact." But I bought a little tiny figurine of a heart. It was a little tiny heart, like a little statue. So I thought it would be super nice to just like basically give him my heart, right? God, I'm such a kid. But okay. So that day that I went in, I just felt the day different. It wasn't like a normal day. It was like the feeling of a Friday combined with the feeling of a Monday, like just a really weird gut feeling. And my only friend, the only person that would talk to me would be this girl that was also, she didn't have anyone and she was also a loner like me. And she told me like, "Hey, You're kind of obsessed, don't you think?" And I was just like, "What?" And it just really, really crushed me because she knew I was gonna give him the little figurine and everything, and it just really made me feel bad. And I decided not to. I was like, okay, yeah, like that's stupid, right? And I went to I went into the classroom, and I think everybody was expecting me to do something that day, you know? And there was the pretty girls. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Mean Girls, but if you haven't, you should. There was these girls, pretty girls, that would always get Valentine's Day presents, chocolates and stuff that other kids from other classrooms would send, and they would always have gifts. So I never received anything, and I wasn't expecting to receive anything. But that's when they knock on the door, and I see this huge present. Like, it's a big present. Never ever during the whole 3 years of junior high had I ever seen a huge Valentine's Day present that big. And I was just so amazed by it. I was just like, wow. And the pretty girl, like the most prettiest girl in the classroom, she was already getting up, you know. She was dusting her skirt off to go open, well, to go get the gift. And that's when the guy holding the gift was like, "No, this isn't for you. This is for Lonely." And I was all the way in the back trying to hide away my tears. And it just felt like a huge stab in the heart. Like me being so... just a weird feeling overall. And I got up, looking how I did. Because I didn't wear makeup. I didn't pluck my eyebrows, you know. I was very, like, I don't care. Doesn't matter. No one sees me. So when I got up and I went to get the gift, and this guy, I did not know about his existence, but it got me thinking, like, okay, maybe he's like me, you know. He was gonna confess today to his crush. That it was cute. It was cute, honestly. He told me he had a crush on me ever since he saw me, and that he was just too embarrassed to talk to me. And basically, he gave me kind of the same speech I was preparing to tell the other guy, and I was like, oh, wow. You know, he probably has true feelings. But anyways, we started dating, and when me and those other kids started dating, that's when Tommy finally decided to talk to me again, and he was basically trying to make me once again his little girl, or the girl that was obsessed with him. And he came up to me and he's like, "Oh, so you're dating this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, well, I just wanted to tell you that I always had feelings for you, but I was just too embarrassed to tell you." And I was just like, huh. It just made me, like, karma's a bitch. So I just got up and was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry." And I just started dating this other guy. Like I said, I really didn't even know the other guy. And I think I was a little bit pressured into saying yes to him, since he had bought in like the huge present, and why not get to know him if he went through all the trouble to get such a huge present. So we really didn't last that long. He was also a popular kid, and he was well known, you know, so he ended up cheating on me. And I grew from that relationship. It was only like 3 months that we were dating, but I started taking care of myself more, like noticing the stuff I would wear, m- doing my hair, and I just started noticing how people would just gravitate towards me. Men would want to talk to me, and the pretty girls wanted me to sit with them during lunch. So it was just overall, it made me realize that it wasn't because of my feelings. Like, no one looked at me because of my feelings, it was more because of my appearance. Um, I hate that. I hate how the world works now according to how you look like. Something that you can't even decide. You don't choose how much you weigh, how you look, the color of your eyes, your complex. It doesn't and it's stupid that within a relationship or trying to fall in love, your appearance is considered into that whole. I don't know, it's so weird. So yeah, karma's a bitch, and don't be sad. If you have a crush right now, I guess it's part of life. Um, Honestly, Tommy was my only and true crush. And when I realized that he was just a jerk playing with my emotions, wanting me to be like a puppy behind him for his ego, even though he was going through a lot of like tough situations, he used me as like a leverage to make himself feel better. I don't know, the world is weird. People are weird. So, yeah, take care. Eat Oreos with milk.